Do you feel like you've been going through a metamorphosis recently? Like, especially since the solar eclipse just over a month ago, more than ever. I mean, we're in this quantum shift, this epic human evolutionary shift of consciousness. We're all in it. Believe it or not, looking around, you might wonder if that's really true. but trust me, believe me, we are massively. And that's why that gap of separation seems to be getting bigger and bigger between who you feel like you truly are and everything that you're recognizing probably outside of yourself that you're not. And what do I mean by that? This metamorphosis where you can no longer stay in the frequency, stay attached to the identity that you used to attach to yourself, or that the world, your parents, society, your culture, your religion gave to you. And they told you this is who you are. You're this kind of person, you're that kind of person. You were programmed, you were conditioned, we all were. That's part of the deal when you come to Earth, is you got to densify into the conditions and then have this awakening where you go, hold on a minute, this isn't actually me. This is other people. This is what I've been told I am. This is what I've been told I should do, how I should behave, what I should believe, how I should think, how I should feel, how I should act, what my persona is, what my values are, what matters to me, who matters to me, the kind of work that you do. And all of this is in massive flux. And it's pretty chaotic right now because that's what happens when you're in transformation. It's like taking the snow globe and shaking everything up and going, oh my God, it's chaos. No, it's going to settle and everything will settle back in the right place at the right time, inside you and outside in the world. But in the meantime, whilst everything is shaken up, whilst you're recognizing what's not actually you, what's happening on the inside is the catalyst of metamorphosis where, and I've been seeing this coming for such a long time. Side note, I can see inside people. I call it soul reading. I've been able to do it for as long as I can remember. And I do readings with people, call them soul readings, where I literally see inside people's heads how their minds work, how they think, what their genius is, how they were conceived, how they were born, what's going on in them, where their blocks are, past lives, ancestral, all of that stuff, and help them, because I can see inside of them, help them bring out their unique soul essence, their unique gifts, connect to their joy, connect to their authenticity, connect to their truth, connect to the source, the reality inside of them, and then to literally actualize themselves as they are designed to be. And to undo that conditioning, right? I know how to see people and help people through that. And I've developed techniques for that and everything. You can find all about that on my websites. But essentially what I'm saying is, and this is what I've seen for a long time, we are going through a metamorphic process where we are rejecting, it's like our inner intelligence, and I'm talking quantum now, quantum level inner intelligence. You could call it the divine, your DI, divine intelligence inside of you. AI is great and everything for the mind, but it's not going to fulfill us. It's not going to help us find out who we truly are. We need our DI for that, our divine intelligence, and that's the intuitive, intelligent cognizance, like the gnosis inside of you that is in every single tiny weeny particle of you. It's in every single aspect of you. It's not hidden. It's kind of everywhere, but if you can't see what's right in front of you, you're going to miss it, right? But anyway, this divine intelligence inside of us is creating this kind of inside out reality where we're no longer living from the outside in that everything that's happening around us, our attention is out there. We think this is real life, and we're kind of projecting ourselves as a persona, an identity into that reality It's all turning around like an in-breath to come back in, for the awareness to come back in, your awareness, my awareness, to come back into ourselves, to realize that's a hologram, that's a projection, that's not real. It can seem really real. It might look real and feel real, especially with all the devastation, the hatred, the wars, the abuse. It's horrifying, it's horrific. And you can say, well, how is that a simulation? How is that a hologram? It's because it's a projection of our unconscious psyche, our unmet, unrealized aspects of ourself, our unhealed projections. It's all out there, like on a big screen. It's the movie of all the human trauma that has never been addressed, that's never been brought to the light of day. And it needs to be brought to the light of day. It needs to be literally on the screen in front of us every single day for us to realize, oh my gosh, this is me. I need to heal my triggers. I need to realize myself. I need to pull my attention back in here and create from the inside out. Like, this reality should no longer determine who you are. It has, probably up until now, by it, what everyone's told you are, who you are, like I said at the beginning of this little chat. But now it's like recognizing this is a projection of my unhealed stuff. No, this isn't actually real, and it's not actually mine, truly mine. It's inherited, all that trauma, all that pain, all inherited, passed down, passed down, passed down. Got to the point where it's just so in our faces. We have to do our healing. We have to bring our senses back inside of ourselves. We have to stop our projections and start bringing our attention into who we are. And that means doing a 180 degree shift of all your senses from out there to in here. And you might be wondering how to do that. Some of you probably finding some techniques, some ways of doing that, managing to do it. But trust me, it can go a lot deeper. I'm a bit hot and sweaty, hopefully I'm not like glistening too much in this tropical heat. I turned off the air conditioning because it was too loud. And using our inner senses, our innocence and our inner senses to connect to our essence of who we truly are. And that inner intelligence, that divine intelligence, is like chucking out all the rubbish, like purging from what's been entangled into its, enmeshed in it, and it's chucking it out. It's saying, no, this is not, like, you can't have toxins inside a body if the body needs to be healthy and wants to be healthy. If you're trying to heal, or your body is healing, the toxins need to come out. And we're having that on a quantum level right now, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Everything that is not true and real is being purged out of us. Those that are conscious. Those of us that are not conscious, I think it's just a bit of a breakdown of the system, because if you can't plug in consciously and you're not going to listen to the prompts of that divine intelligence, you're not going to hear the lessons, the learnings, the teachings, the wisdom, and you're disconnected from that intelligence, it's like the system has to break itself down so it can renew and do it again somewhere else. Right? Just think of particles. It's like they're not being seen, they're not being recognized, they're going to disassemble, disembody. And that's what we're seeing, the ultimate, like, call it deconstruction, call it decomposition or composting of everything that's not working. It's rotting, basically. It's rotting and it's falling apart. That which is not based in truth, that which is not based in love, that which is not based in consciousness. And so everything that's not truly us, that love, that consciousness, is being purged out of us. And so we are going through these beautiful and sometimes really intense healing waves of realizing, oh my gosh, this is more stuff that's not truly me, and like untangling it, almost it feels from the DNA. And it goes even deeper than that DNA. It goes right into the super quantum levels. But anyway, it's all getting cleaned out, because ultimately we're arriving in a place where we are going to, this is really wonderful, where as within, so without, right? It's been as without, so within, like the environment affecting who we are, how we are. But now, through our consciousness, through our love, through our healing, we are realizing that which we truly are. And then when we do that, we get the reflection, we meet our truth, we meet our true mirror back at us on a divine level. And that's what's happening. It's coming. And you could call it, I get the word rapture in my head, and I'm not a religious person, so I'm not referring to any kind of religious thing. But what I mean is like where we're having the divine intelligence that is connected to all living things everywhere and that's in this universe, and manifesting, we will see this, I believe, in the next 10 years, the manifestation of our divinity external to us, because we're lining up. There's all these kind of endings, old cycles, new beginnings, with these lineups to happen where we're connecting to the galactic center. I've been seeing this happening for years. I literally thought it would have happened by now, to be honest. My timing's off. But I feel like that, gosh, it's like the pure, absolute, unconditional light of love source that we are is within us. But it's also on a cosmic level, right? The microcosm and the macrocosm, and that the two are realigning after what feels like a very long time apart, because we've been in the dark ages. We've been as far away from our true selves as we could get consciously, and still just about managed to pull it off and come back to remembering who we are and going through that metamorphosis of realizing what we're not in order to realize that which we are. So it's an amazing process. It can feel pretty hectic. And here's some tips to make it easier, and better, to be honest. And one of those things is to surround yourself with like-minded people. And there's not very many of those, I have to say. I feel personally that the real human beings who are really plugged in, and actually not just plugged in, but also, and by plugged in I mean conscious, they're still here, they're still with it, they haven't lost the plot, they haven't disconnected, they haven't sold their souls, they're like still here, they're conscious. And then those who amongst the conscious ones that are still plugged in, haven't lost the plot, are actually going through this metamorphic process consciously by choice, not just going, oh, it's all happening to me, and doing their best to catch up. And that's okay if that's you. Like there's no judgment, but it's finding those people who are experiencing similar things to you, that you can connect, that you can talk to, and those people who maybe have got it a little bit more sussed, and not in an ego level. I don't mean like that, not spiritually superior, just like they're onto it. They know something. What they're doing is working, and you can see it, you can feel it in their energy, you can see it in their eyes when you look at them and you go, you're real, you're here, you're stepping up, you're saying yes to the birthing, the great cosmic birthing, you're saying yes to this metamorphosis. The less resistance we have, this is tip number 2, the less resistance we have, the easier it is. When we resist and struggle and fight and try and cling on to those old identities and that the old ways that the world used to be, which it didn't, it's always been messed up for a long time anyway, it just makes it harder. Letting go, surrendering, softening. It's like when you're in the ocean and you're caught in a riptide. And a riptide is one of those currents that just pulls you out to sea really quickly, and it's so strong it can pull you under. And you might be fighting against it to try and get back to what feels like, the safe place, the shore. But the best thing to do is actually surrender, let go, let the water carry you, let the current carry you, and let it bring you up again somewhere else. Because if you fight it, you're going to lose because the ocean is more powerful than you. That current is more powerful. Unless, like, you're super, I don't know, like Iron Man or something, or, I don't know, Incredible Hulk that could swim or something. What? I know. Where my mind went then, I don't know. Anyway, Marvel movies. Let's just say you're going with the current and you go, it's gonna like pull you out, but you go with it until you can kind of move to the side rather than try and fight against it. And, you know, maybe that's a rubbish metaphor, but going with the current, going with the flow, going with what wants to happen, what's unfolding inside of you, and stay conscious. I know it's really easy, it's really like tempting. You want to check out when things get hard, when feelings get a lot, and you just want to go, switch off, let me have a drink, let me smoke, let me go out, let me do something else. Other than actually, it doesn't have to be drinking or smoking, it can just be avoiding in some other kind of way from actually feeling. And this is how to actually really feel it, is to open the mouth, let the breath in, and breathe. This is the toppiest tip of all the tips. Top tip, number 3, which should have been number 1, is breathe. And not like this. I'm really going through it. I'm going to breathe in all the bad stuff and blow out the stress. Not like that. I never see that working. Or I haven't seen it work yet, let me say. And all the time, I've done lots of different breath techniques, breathing workshops, to see what they're all about. I don't see that working. Because you see, your breath is already being given to you. And the transformation is already happening, and it wants to happen. It wants to release. You don't have to push it. It's a bit like pushing against the tide. You don't need to push against it. There's nothing to fight, and you can't force it out either. Just like you can't force, I'm looking at the sea over there, that's why I'm looking that way. You can't force the ocean to get away from you if you don't want it. Right? If life's bringing you something, a feeling, a stuff to deal with, an insight, a realization, something to reckon with, you breathe it in, you stay conscious, you stay connected, you put your senses inside, you receive the breath, you follow it, because it is divine intelligence. Your breath is D-I, divine intelligence, and it will show you, and it will do it for you, that healing, that cleansing, that releasing, and enable you to go through your metamorphosis so much more easily with grace, gentleness, kindness, compassion, and love. If you want to know how to do this, to turn your senses inside and to receive and breathe, or breathe and receive, your life, your breath, that transformation, that healing, that ease, that divine intelligence, and get connected to it, plugged in, well and truly plugged in to source consciousness, to who you are, to your divine intelligence inside of you, then I have a free breathwork guided meditation for you. Call it a meditation. It's a bit more active than that, but it's so gentle, it's so simple. The meditation is 17 minutes long, I believe, where I guide you, and it's a taster version because it can get even deeper than that, it can go a lot deeper, but it's a way for you to deeply, authentically connect with who you actually are and enable that metamorphosis to happen so much more fluidly and gently, and in a much more empowered, much more conscious way. Because when you're plugged in and you're conscious, not only are you going to make it easier for yourself, but you're going to become like a beacon, a lighthouse for the people around you. Because it's already happening, and we're going to see it more and more, where people are going, I need help. There's a lot of people that need help. And so if you're one of those people that loves to help others, you want to be that beacon, maybe you already are, maybe you're doing some amazing service already, but you know you're going through your metamorphosis, you're needing to up level, you're wondering, what is it that I'm missing? It's this connection to the lifeline of truth that runs inside of you with every single breath. And I can show you how to get connected to that, and it's a game changer. And it's so easy. Everyone can do it. It's not hard. The thing is, most people don't want, well, not most people. I think it's those who really, those true hearts, who really are determined and committed to coming back to the truth, coming back to their source and living with authenticity. It's those people who do this. And they're all wonderful, wonderful people in the community. I love you all, by the way, if you're watching this. I love you all. Thank you for your beautiful connections. And yes, there's a community. And yes, there's a deeper training if you want to help other people to do this and make even more of an impact in the world. Up-level yourself and help up-level others. Ultimately, we're in this together. It's not about ego, it's about love. So there you go. That's my little chat for the day. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful day. May your metamorphosis go with ease and grace. And I feel you. I think we feel each other. We're connected. Mwah. Click the link if you want the meditation. I'll see you on the other side.